Should we sneak?
No, it's pretty safe until here. So just try not to be.
Okay, so Cash, you hear her, or well, you don't hear her. She's just kind of talking to herself for a moment. She told you I'm going to cast message and see what happens. She's like,
Mm,
okay, they said be quiet, but we don't have to be like stealthy because there's not really a lot going on.
Okay.
Okay, so
The hyena comes down,
Cliff,
yipping and
basically
yapping.
what you see was marble cracked stairs that were kind of old and like veined with green moss. Starting to lead up this way. You can see the braziers that are on fire. There's several of them. There's light coming from this room up in here too. And what you saw at a glance, I'm not sure what you could see. I know you can see this guy. Did you see anything else?
I see this guy too.
So basically, you see a bald human in like a orange reddish cloak, just kind of standing there with his arms crossed, looking up at something. And on the floor next to him is what you presume to be a halfling, but it might be just a midget human or a gnome, some sort of small person sitting on the ground, and they are wearing like vibrant orange and green, or I'm sorry, purple and green, kind of like a jester pattern clothing, and he's got like a silly not a like a dunce cap that's pointed that way, but it's like folded over, and it's also purple and green.
Okay, so I'm gonna just I'm gonna put my hands up. It's like I'm gonna point to my eyes to let them know, like give them the hand gesture of saying I see, and I'm gonna put up two fingers and say two as in two individuals, and I'm gonna point over there, and so I'm gonna put my finger up again to let them know to be quiet, and I make sure to get eye contact with Shiro and Ganzap, letting them know that.
And then you hear Amelia's voice in your head saying, "I see you moving, but I can't see what you're doing. What do you see?"
I'm just gonna be freaked out for a little bit. Oh my god. Um,
That's okay. Just whisper back. This is a great spell.
it seems impressive. Um, I'm gonna let her know that there's two cultist-looking dudes. They look like jesters and clowns over here at the far end. They seem to be some kind of clown cult. So you may have to be careful.
Fucking hate clowns.
Oh, they're horrible, horrible creatures. And I'm like, just be very, very quiet. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna try to sneak out to see if we could be able to get a better idea or hear what they're talking about if they're saying anything.
Okay.
And make sure to tell Cash that. And that's what I'm gonna do.
I just imagine this being like a D&D comedy or something, and she does all that between you and her, and it's quiet, and she turns to me. He said, "Be quiet."
He said, "Shut our mouths."
And I just would face palm and just like I could even just say, "God damn it, you fucking assholes!" If that was the case. Um. All right, so I'm gonna look to Ganzap and Shiro, and I'm gonna point and kind of like give them the like a wave to see if any of them want to come up and sneak up with me. As I'm gonna gesture, and I'm gonna try and get a closer look.
I mean, you could just walk a couple of steps and whisper quietly to them if you want.
Oh,
I'm gonna.
hey guys.
This is a smoother transition.
Well, I walk up and just like, hey guys, I'm gonna try to sneak up over here. We need to figure out what's going on. There's two guys over here, the creepy looking clowns. So let's try and be cautious going up here, but we're gonna have to get past them anyways, regardless.
I'm gonna whisper over to Cliff. Do you want me to bring one to us?
I mean, I think the best course of action would be to try to like hold person them, both of them, or somehow like get them under our control if it's just the two of them,
I mean,
and that way we could be very like sly about this and quick and precision.
I can either charm one to have them come over, or I can, well, suggest isn't really going to work because they will. If they hear
They'll
me,
hear
they're
it.
all going to hear me. So
Yeah, so I think if we are able to, I look to Amelia and I'm just gonna go. Can you paralyze one again? Could you be able to hold one of them down again like you did that orc?
Yeah, I could try. I can cast it, but it's totally basically up to them. I do have to speak.
how many of them are there?
Okay, there's two of them. So I
Okay.
think the worst case scenario, if me and Shiro charge up to them, that if you both try to to hold person or charm them at the same time, that if one of them doesn't seem to be caught entranced by the spell, that me and Shiro could just try and take the other one out. As long as we have one, we don't need the other.
Okay.
I could try and just incapacitate both of them.
With sleep?
No.
That's it.
Okay.
They have way too many hit points for that, probably.
All right, let's try and incapacitate them then. If you.
Oh,
if you
I
think
know what
you
he's
got it.
talking about.
Duh.
Hypnotic something.
It's Z's favorite spell.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
All right, let's do that then, and then we could tie them up while they're like dazzled out in fucking pothand land.
Okay.
And we could just take care of it then.
I'm gonna try and sneak up here.
Okay.
As you do that, I'm gonna sneak up like right there, ready to like run up.
Well, that's where he wanted to go, so it's up
Oh,
to you guys to figure
Fine,
it
I'll
out.
be right here. I'll be right behind it.
You guys can like Scooby Doo around the rock.
Okay, so oh good, I'm just gonna miss myself.
I miss myself every day.
Cast hypnotic pattern with my while activating my a
Okay, so cast this spell, and you see, you can kind of see them around the corner. You can see the bald human kind of like his body like jerks back in shock, and he kind of looks up in the air, and he just kind of shakes his head and waves his hand, and your spell kind of dissipates.
Well, that didn't turn out so well. And it's like I just turned to Shiro. I was like, "All right, Shiro, it's our turn.
It didn't look like it did anything. The halfling didn't appear to move.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Let's go up there and kick their ass."
All right. Works for me.
All right, you first.
Fuck it.
I'm just gonna look over to Amelia.
Okay.
I guess this is happening.
All right, stop for a second, Shiro, so I can explain this here.
Okay.
The broad entrance was carved from the stone. The marble steps, cracked with age and veined with green moss, lead up to a strong double door of carved stone, easily 8 to 10 feet wide and more than 10 feet tall. There are 2 large arrow slits high on the north and south walls that command this area. And they're over here and over here. You also see 3 humanoid creatures on the top of the landing prior to the large stone door. One is the previous bald human, kind of standing there in like red and orange colored cloak. The halfling sitting on the ground in purple and green jester garb, and also kind of off to the side, you see another humanoid. He's in a dark black cloth with a cowl up. Kind of like Batmaning, kind of like leaning against the wall, and he's got like one foot up flat against it, and he's got his arms crossed as well. And you can see a sword at his hip, and also 2 hand crossbows
Okay.
also at his hip. These two, from where you're standing, don't appear to be armed.
Because they don't need to be.
Hmm.
And they haven't
Okay.
reacted yet. But I wanted
Have-
to describe the scene to you.
Okay, so they haven't noticed us yet.
Not that you've noticed.
I'm gonna give the command to my hyena to go with Black and Shiro and protect them.
Ruff.
I don't even think they would make that sound, would they?
No, probably not.
They more yelp than anything.
It gives you a little of acknowledgement.
And me and Amelia, I think we'll
Kind
come
of
to
bound
here. I don't think we're gonna go all the way down.
So when the hyena comes up and kind of sees what's going on, it starts to like growl a little bit.
Down boy. Actually, just send the hyena up.
Oh, good, they brought a pet.
So they totally haven't reacted to anything.
This one
that's
turns. This one says that, and he kind of turns.
Which
Says,
one?
"Oh, good, they brought a pet." The
The rogue one.
over on the wall, he speaks in
Alright.
common.
As soon as he turns to us, I am going to throw shuriken in his face.
Oh wow.
That hit?
Yeah, actually, it does. So the shuriken comes, and he reaches out to grab it, and it goes through his through his finger and thumb, and it
Ew.
cuts across his face and slams into the wall. And he's like, "Please just stop. We're not here to hurt you." And the other two kind of turn around. Well, this one turns around and he says, "Oh, good, they're finally here." And then he turns back around. "We need to figure out this door."
I'm just gonna
Okay,
look
I'm
to-
confused. What's going on?
What do you
I'm not.
mean, what's going on?
I'm not used to this. We normally just kill everything we see.
What do you mean, what's going on? Little halfling hops up and turns to you and starts nimbly bounding down the steps towards you. And he stops at here and says, "You're here for the same reason we are."
For treasure?
"No, not for treasure, to save his mother." And then he bounds back up the stairs.
Who's
Wait,
Save-
save Sue's. Wait, save
Who-
Sue's mom?
He points at the monk when he says that.
Oh. Yo, you know what he's talking about? As I
Wait.
look at Shiro.
What is going on? I have no idea who you people are.
"Oh, you can't tell me you don't recognize us when you see us."
am
You do
just-
the introductions. I'm trying to figure out this door.
Hmm.
And the other two start walking down the steps. Or are you going to come up either or? It
Yeah,
doesn't
I'm
matter.
going to. Yeah, I'm gonna come up. What do you mean something about my mother? Because, okay, what's going on?
Well, we assumed you were here since we saw that you were on your way to Glitterhame.
Do you recognize
No
those
one-
guys?
No, none of you recognize any of us. Are you seriously?
No.
I think maybe the jester over there was invited to a party or something that
Jester!
I threw.
Ha! Trickster, more like it.
Okay, you tell yourself whatever you like.
Just leave him alone. He's kind of a douchebag sometimes. My name is. I'm called Kossuth,
This
Uh,
guy.
and this is Cyric and Finn.
I looked at the others and I'm just like, are you guys sure we don't know these guys?
Do I recognize any of those names?
I'll give you either a history or a religion.
Yeah, can I Maybe I do, but
Well, you might not because these are
yeah, probably
kind
not.
of
Just
um, yeah, they
Do
would
we
be.
all make rolls?
Actually, Gansap, you probably can. Cliff, you wouldn't be interested enough. Neither would Amelia. Neither they would
History or
not
what?
be interested enough. History or religion.
yeah, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, so you're drawing blanks too. But Cash, you recognize the name Kasuth. I gotta bring up the fucking list again. God damn it!
Oh,
I want the full description.
Leave it to me, guys. When we need to remember stuff, I got this.
well,
Yeah,
that's
he's got a
good.
great history. So you recognize Kasuth as the Faerun patron god of fire. You recognize the name Sirik as the trickster god of lies and deception and illusion.
Oh, I need to talk to that guy.
I'm. Wait.
And he gestures to Finn and says, "Finn is actually new to the pantheon. He recently took over for Timora." And
I'm-
you would recognize Timora as the basically the goddess of luck and travel.
So, when they say those names, I'll take a step forward here and I'll be like, so you're saying you're
Gods.
named after deities, or you actually...
Sirik perks up and says, "Named after ha!
What
Mortals
the
don't even
hell?
know a simple god when they see one."
Well, how many times do you see a god? Flash?
How
Every day in the mirror.
how do you people know?
Touche.
You know what? I'm not. I still can't. I don't know if I should believe you people, or how do you even? I
'cause
mean, Cash, what's your opinion on this?
I, I'm confused because on the one hand, they're standing here and they knew we were coming, which makes sense. But at the other, they're stuck behind a simple door.
Yeah, you want
Simple door. Ah! Shut up, Sirik. He's not talking to you. Fucking plastic shit.
I want to walk up and just be all like, "Hey, man, I understand your pain. I want to try to befriend him, and hopefully he'll open up to me."
This worked well last time. Now
well,
bitch smack you through.
all right. Well, first of all, how do you people even know my mother? Or
Well,
And Kasum, Kasuth gives you a very confused look. Like, how would we not know your mother?
I don't know. She left me at a very early age. I can't can't even remember what she even looks like anymore.
Oh,
That's all.
She has never told me anything about her life outside. What I know is she's not.
well, she does. She does like to appear as a young elf, so that would explain something.
No way.
And Finn kind of steps up to you and be like, and he's like, I really doesn't think you know, man. Your mother is Saloon.
Oh snap!
so does that make Shiro like a demigod?
That explains why I can kick so much ass.
Thank you. I was gonna say that. You beat me to it.
And Cash will kind of, if you don't know, will reiterate the point. He knows who Saloon is as well.
I mean, I know Saloon. I mean, from
Yeah,
where I
well-
was from.
Who else would have the Moonblade in their care?
Uh, uh,
So I'm just gonna like pipe up and say, no, if you guys are deities, my apologies, but I'm very pessimistic, and as it stands right now, there's only thing that you've given us to prove such is information. Is there like any way you can like physically show us?
I'm gonna shut my eyes. Be like, no god.
And Sarek just kind of stands up off the ground and goes, "Oh, come on now!" And he blinks out of existence, and he appears like in the air, cross-legged in front of you, like floating off the ground. He flicks you in the nose, and then he like teleports back to where he is.
I'm just gonna look straight at him and I'm just gonna go, please, teach me everything you know. Show me your ways, my master.
Oh, now he gets religious on us. They're all pieces of work.
I mean,
Why did I even come here?
I will never get religious on you. You can be assured of that.
Yeah, we know that.
All right. So you're
Um,
saying, see, people are saying my mother is in these ruins.
Yes. We're here. We found out that she was taken.
Who would
Taken
be
by whom?
powerful enough to take a deity?
I assume another deity.
Finn nods his head.
Fuck.
And I'm assuming that's the trouble you're having with this door then.
That is correct.
So, in
If we can
in
crack
lieu
it,
of me not trusting you, what help do you need from us to get you through a door?
And like simultaneously, they all point to Amelia, and she looks very confused.
You're not allowed to sacrifice her.
Ha! Sacrificing. He thinks we're like the old ways.
Wow.
That was even before your time, Sirik.
Yeah.
This is silly. Let's just get the keys and get out of here.
The keys?
Keys.
What are said keys?
Well, we need keys to open the door. We need a literal key that one has, and he points back to Amelia, and we need the combined strength of 4 deities.
I pat Shiro on the shoulders and I'll be like, it sounds like you could try to help out there, buddy.
I mean,
Yeah, go for it. And I'll turn back to Amelia and I'll be like, as far as I know, they're trustworthy, but I'm not going to ask you to do anything you don't want to do.
I mean, I'm not sure what key they're talking about, and as far as I know, there's only 3 full-fledged deities here.
well, Shiro's like a demi-deity.
Maybe that's enough. I look to these 3 gods and I just like shrug my shoulders.
And they say, and Finn steps forward and says, technically, no, that's not enough.
Well, I don't know where you're gonna plan to get a 4th, so
Is there another half deity around?
I can
And-
let you know where there's a demon.
And Kasum kind of turns his head and makes eye contact with you, Kashidan, and says, well, there is someone here of my blood.
Yo, what?
I'm just going to look behind me and be like, but there's nobody else here.
Why do you think you have such an ineptitude for fire, young Kashidan?
Well, there's this whole issue with the demon. I mean,
Well, this is awkward.
And have you also not questioned why the demon has done nothing to try to take over in the last few days?
I was kind of just chalking it up to a little bit of willpower and a lot of bit of luck.
Kasum kind of smirks and looks down for a second and says, he is being temporarily held for the purposes of this mission.
Oh man, your daddy getting your back, bro.
He's like, well, you're not technically my son, but you do have my blood in your veins.
Okay, great grandson, whatever the hell.
Something to that effect, sure.
Alright,
So,
so technically
yeah.
would 2 half demigods, like 2 demigods help?
That should be enough to equal a fourth deity, yes.
Oh, look at that! All right, guys, you two do the thing.
Cash
We
is
need
still.
her to give him the key. Pops out of existence and pops over here and says, "Give us the key, woman."
I just want to say, sir, I'm a huge admirer of the way that you do things. Just saying.
Jesus.
Snip off. I'll talk to you later.
Sweet, thanks.
You're welcome.
They're
Now,
just
the key. He holds out his hand. And she is still very confused. She looks like she has no idea what he's talking about.
So I'll pipe in and be like, I like shake my head trying to get over the information that I just got, and I'll be like, we don't know what key you're talking about, and I think you're coming over as a bit aggressive.
You showed up to Glitterhame without the key?
We were only here just to help Ganzap here, but we have no idea about any of this. Not at all.
That one's Ganzap. Oh, I
Hi,
assumed it would be the lady. Pops over to you and holds out his hand. Give me the key!
Go.
Wait.
Key?
You mistaken the Ganzap, a gnome dude, or Amelia, the elf woman, as a dude halfling? Like, I just want to, I'm a little confused on that now. It's like, how do you make that, misunderstanding?
Bards are really good at illusions. Duh.
We only saw those two in our visions. We knew that their company would have one.
Wait, who's the one that's given the visions?
We all get visions.
Oh,
That's how being a god works.
wouldn't that get annoying over the years?
You have no idea.
Oh, I'll make plenty of time to talk about it with you if you wish to share, sir.
All right, gnome. Just hand over the key, and so you guys can get to Saving Saloon.
No, me.
I don't have the key. What key are you talking about?
Maybe you could describe this key, and maybe that will remind him. Oh, I hope that key's not something back at that one town that we completely skipped. As I say
doubt
that
it.
to the others. Well, I'm just gonna say that to the others. I'll be like, I hope it's not the key that we would have found it back at that one town. Oh my god. Of course, Cashin would do
Okay,
that.
well, here, let me just go into my bag of tricks real quick, so to speak.
Bag of tricks?
The real one. Key. Pull out a key. You know.
He pulls out like a large copper key, and he goes, "That's it!" And he grabs it out of his hand. He teleports
what?
up to the door.
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, what? What just happened? You said you didn't know anything about a key, Ganzap.
Yeah.
Well, he remembered.
I think he just lied to us,
Through
guys.
some special influence, he remembered.
So Sirik puts the key in, and he turns it. He steps back, and he says, "Okay, let's do this."
And what are we doing?
What are we doing? Yeah.
Stand here in front of us, both of you.
Okay.
Sure.
I feel like
Focus
this.
your energy on the door. And then you guys will feel a hand on Shiro, your left shoulder, and Cash, your right shoulder. And then you'll feel like this just radiant power just thrum into you. And they tell you, again, Sirik says, "Now blast the door!"
So
Oh, that's your expertise there, Cash. Blasting things.
Okay.
Just channel it like you're casting a spell.
Okay, I hold out my hand
I'll
and focus it on.
I'll slam my staff into the ground, put my hand over it, and concentrate it through the crystal.
Okay, I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh god.
We know.
Tonight on 2020.
Nice.
Hey!
So you guys basically, Shiro, you kind of put out your hands like in the way that you cast Shocking Grasp.
Yep.
And Cash, you slam your staff in the ground and concentrate, and you guys feel like this white wash of energy just kind of blast out of your hands and wash over this giant fucking stone door. And you, the five of them kind of stand there and start glowing this brilliant white light, and it's almost blinding. And so for like a solid like 10 seconds this happens, and it's just like waving, and you don't like it's like silent. You don't hear the energy blast come out, but you feel the power just radiating. And after about 10 seconds or so, the energy just kind of stops, and you hear good luck, and then all three of the deities kind of pop out.
The fuck?
Okay, first of all, what the fuck just happened?
I'm just gonna
Well,
walk.
I assume three gods just came it down, was like, yo, you're on Mori.
Um,
All right, guys, great job. Now let's get going. We'll worry about that later.
I'd like to point out that they just told us there's a deity being held by yet another deity, and we're supposed to go fight this deity.
Well, it's two half deities with like a wizard, a bard. You know, it's fine. You guys can handle that.
Okay.
That bitch smacked by an Orog.
I didn't count myself in that equation now, did I?
I'm just gonna
That's
look to
why-
Shiro and I'm gonna be like, so I guess we're demigods. High five.
I guess. High five?
Let's go die now. I guess I don't know.
I am in the best party.
I know you got two demigods right here with you. Jeez.
Well, if they're right, and if that's my mother in there, if we can just free her, and she can probably help us out.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
mean,
the idea, but we'll see how that goes.
now,
So,
now that we
So
know your
go.
mother's here, we definitely should hop to it.
yeah, open the door.
Yeah, we did all the work. You can go ahead and open it.
Yep.
Is that a rope bridge
That is a rope bridge.
with no floor?
This
Is there supposed to be no floor?
What do you mean no floor?
Like,
is there a floor, or is there like a bottom to this pit, or is it just
like for the bridge itself, is there stuff to walk on?
The bridge you can walk on.
Okay.
That brown is a pit.
Okay. Because the way it looked, it was like the trick rope bridge on like festivals and carnivals and stuff.
The great door opens into a large hall. You are standing on a ledge overlooking a deep, dark crevice that cuts the room in two. Excuse me. Completely obstructing passage to the opposite side. A dangerous-looking rope bridge, frayed and thin, spans the gap. Water gurgles and rushes somewhere far below. You see two copper braziers burn brightly on either side of the door, illuminating this room. You can barely make out the opposite platform on the other side of the chasm.
I want to do investigation to check the integrity of this bridge.
Go ahead.
Investigation. Oh. What do I think?
I mean, you think you could fairly easily get across it.
Oh, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna start walking across.
Okay. So how the bridge works is you need to make me acrobatics and it counts as difficult terrain. So every time you move, like take a move action, you need to make me an acrobatics check, and you're moving at difficult terrain speed. So for
So was
you,
it
it's like
half?
20. For you, it's 20 feet. It's half.
4.
Okay,
Alright.
so 10 is actually good enough. And when you get that far, you hear 2 bowstring thrums, and I need to see what these guys get to hit.
Oh, okay.
Hey, cannon fodder, go!
Hey, Cliff, you remember what happened at the beginning of this?
Are you talking about our adventure together, or when we walked in?
When we walked in.
A 22 and a 23, and
Jesus.
a 22 and a 9. So you take 2 arrows to your body.
Oh,
Please don't die in the middle of this bridge.
And you take 14 points of damage.
Ooh.
ooh, well, I'm at 9, so that's good to know.
Basically,
And-
you take 2 shots right to the chest, and we keep forgetting to do this, but make a Constitution save for your disguise hat. We keep forgetting to do this. Okay, so you lose your disguise.
I'm a cat folk. Ah, damn it.
And then go ahead and make me perception to see where the arrows came from. Okay, so you saw figures move from behind each of these boulders. Like, you heard the thrums and you looked up and you saw like a figure from each side kind of spin back around behind the boulders right before you took the chest.
Oh, well, I'm just going to shout out after I took that hit. It's like, there's things behind the boulders. They shoot with arrows. These motherfuckers. I'm going to slit their throats with my claws.
So,
So we're gonna go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
yeah,
No.
this isn't gonna be terrible. I got this.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's so shitty.
What?
My roll.
That should be fine.
Apparently, I like to roll 20.
I know, you do. 20 is like your favorite number.
Only when initiative counts.
Oh, I was clicked on my hyena, not my
Hyena?
character.
Yeah, that's why I saw that, so I just went ahead and changed.
I'm gonna pull up my hyena so I know exactly what I.
Okay, that's fine. I was gonna just tell you stuff, but that works too if you want to have the stats in front of you.
That probably works out better.
Okay.
Oh, they got higher initiative. Great.
I mean, they have higher initiative. They haven't even rolled yet.
Oh, I just saw.
I mean, you don't know
Oh.
anything.
That was for Amelia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn! This hyena's fast.
Yep.
Well, damn.
Bad it
so
moves
high
on your
initiative.
turn.
Too bad I can't tell it to do anything yet.
I'm pretty sure I may beat the 12 unless it has. Pretty sure I beat that 12 initiative. The one with the 12.
Well, you don't know. I mean, you know there's creatures there, but that's all you know. You know there's something. As far as everybody else is concerned, you saw Cliff take 2 arrows to the chest, and he screamed in pain and said, "I'm going to slit those motherfuckers' throats." And that's it. Nobody else really sees anything.
Well, I said they're behind the boulders. There's like things behind the boulders, and I'm gonna get over there and slit their throats with my claws.
Excessive.
Don't die.
Again.
Technically, I never died.
Oh,
Period. I just
So
went on.
I need you to make 2 more acrobatic saves as well, because if you fail, you're going to fall in the pit.
Oh my god.
I forgot. So go ahead and do that now too. 26 is perfectly fine, and 10 is actually just good enough. So
Woo!
you because you're trained in acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 10 is fine. So you're able to hold on to the rope bridge as well. So Ganzap, it's your turn. Basically, you just heard Cliff screaming from the other room about slitting something's throat.
Well, I
and
could see
something
the
about
rope bridge.
You might actually not be able to because there's stairs here. Like you can on the map, but there's stairs here that go like 10 feet up. So you actually can't see into the next room.
Well, I can't get into the next room because everyone's blocking it.
You can walk through allied character spaces.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk here.
Okay.
So hit.
Yeah, you said something about throat slitting and
Cast sleep as a second. Oh,
so he's like, get him behind the boulder, and you cast sleep over there. It's a 20-foot radius, right?
yeah. My range is 90 feet.
Okay, so Cliff's out of it, so that's fine.
So
So roll your hit die.
I'm casting at the next higher level up.
Okay. Casting it as a second level spell, I heard that. Okay, so your spell goes off.
That was pretty good too.
That's actually a really good roll, yeah.
We'll see if they're asleep though. Nothing drops. Do we hear anything?
Yeah, you
drop?
don't notice anything different. I mean, you couldn't see your target either, so.
Generalized thing. I really got.
Okay. Shiro, you're up.
Okay.
That pit's pretty deep as well. I'm trying to find out exactly, but it's dropped a pretty decent way.
And there's water underneath, right? Or I
You
think
hear water.
water.
Yeah, you heard water, but I mean, you can't see water. Let's see if it says.
No, if you were Cliff, you would have fallen off the bridge.
No, my dexterity with Cliff was a 5.
Oh yeah, it's
That's right.
It's like real deep. Like you can't. It's total blackness when you look down.
Okay.
Like it's well over. It's well over. Like it might be deeper than like 100 feet. It's real deep.
I like them deep.
Okay. If only we took a long rest, I could have just.
We
If
might have
only
if
we
we wouldn't
all
have
took-
ran into deities.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Sirik was an impatient asshole.
Huh?
Sirik was an impatient asshole.
I know, I like Sirik. He seems like a great guy.
Okay.
Sounds like a
so-
great guy.
kid.
Sirik,
so-
is that you?
So I was standing here, so
Oh,
so down to 35. So difficult terrain, that's half my movements.
Yeah, it's basically it's 10 feet of movement to leave a space of difficult terrain. So entering the difficult terrain doesn't take extra movement, but leaving it does. Basically takes a double move.
Okay.
Does that make sense? That's how it works in 5th edition.
Yeah.
4th edition, it was the
So-
opposite.
So these two spaces, like. So per,
So it's
this
5
would
feet
be
for you to enter, yes.
yeah. I think that, and then
And
each
just
space would
assume
be
while you're moving through it is 10 feet
10
for a
feet
space
each.
instead of 5.
okay. So I was standing here, moved here, so that's 35. 30.
And you basically have 3 more spaces you have 3 more spaces of movement, essentially.
Okay, I am going to stop here.
Okay,
I
you
need
did
to roll
acrobatics.
acrobatics, right?
Yeah,
Just
acrobatic.
one?
Just one.
Okay, acrobatics. Come on.
That's fine.
You're good.
You're trained in acrobatics, right? You're proficient in it? I believe you are. That's an 8. You should be proficient. It actually makes a difference if you're.
Oh yeah,
proficient.
I am actually
Okay.
proficient. So, yeah. So
You should be.
yeah. So
you're
we still can't. I can't still see anything from here, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. You can't.
No. Okay. So they're still hiding behind the boulders.
Well, make
All
a
right.
perception. I guess
Perception?
would make more sense
Um,
because you know they're there.
Okay. Perception
You sort of know they're there.
16.
Okay, so basically, yeah, you're under the assumption that you kind of now that you're like looking and listening, you know that there's a thing on each side hiding behind those rocks, but you can't really get to them. You know what I mean?
Alright.
They're like got their backs pressed. They essentially have total cover from where they
Okay.
are.
Alright, Cliff, get behind me. This is gonna be difficult. And
Just
yeah,
grab me and
that's-
pull me behind you.
Can I do that? Or probably fall.
I mean, I would let you. You could shift him. I wouldn't let you switch places with him, but I would let you physically move him for an action. And you would both have to roll acrobatics.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, sure.
So your
Let's do that.
action will be moving Cliff 5 feet.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
let-
gonna.
Well, let's go for it. $12 is good. Acrobatics from 17. Okay, so you're good. So I assume you want to put him like
Yeah, behind me.
5 feet. So here,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
please make him not the focus of the arrows. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. So you see a figure kind of pop out from behind the rock and fire an arrow, and then pop back behind the rock, and it fires, and an arrow comes at you, Shiro.
Okay.
17,
Nope.
which I think misses.
Miss.
All right, and Amelia's turn. Amelia kind of steps up and says, "What the hell's going on? What about slitting throats and stuff?"
There's someone behind those boulders.
Oh, okay.
Don't kill them. Just hurt them really bad. I want to finish the job.
Oh
Fuck
my
you, little
god.
bastard. They hurt me. And they made me go back to cat form. All right? I'm not liking this.
Well, let's see. How far is this?
I've realized you're a very angry kitty.
I'm like a young kitten that's like developing on my teeth and claws and everything, just exploring like
Is
what
Wall
my
of
claws
Ice
could
still a
do.
thing in 5e?
Yeah, but I think it's higher than a second level spell.
So
Like 90% sure it's
Yeah,
higher than a
because
second
we
level
need-
spell.
we need cover here.
I feel like Amelia's about to do what I'm gonna do.
fireball the back of the wall.
No, she doesn't have fire.
Nope.
She has ice. That's why.
Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna do.
That's what I figured. So she's gonna step up onto the rope and then cast Misty Step and teleport to the other side of the rope bridge. She still has a little bit of movement left.
Should have like 10 or 15, yeah.
Yeah, so she's gonna move here, and then she's going to cast. What the hell does she want to cast? She's going to cast Ray of Frost. 12 isn't going to hit. So she kind of pulls up her wand, and a ray of ice fires from here and goes behind the rock. And she goes, shit! And then she steps back here again. All right. So she's done. I need you to call mids or mids. Wow. Evens or odds, Cliff.